add some bite to this? Little bite?
Can I pet it, Mom?
Yeah.
Be gentle. Alright. So cute. Okay. Let him go. Go, buddy. Wanna go? I don't see the other four. Dead fish. I didn't see the other four fish. The creek. He must have got caught here when the creek was up I higher. didn't see the other four fish. And it opened? Can you open it? Wow. Hold still, please. Hello comrades, welcome to the Hilo Hive with Jazz. I hope you liked that little snippet of the walk that we took today. We are in fall here on the Puget Sound in Washington State, and it was a really beautiful day. It was like 40 degrees but sunny, and we walked around the Clear Creek Trail, which took us to the waterfront where we enjoyed the scenery. It's supposed to get really rainy this week, so I'm glad that we all got out, even though it ended up being a much longer walk than we expected, but such is the way with these things. If you're looking for me on the social medias, I am Jez_high_low on Instagram, and I am at Little Jezzy on Twitter. This is going to be an episode where I talk about everything. Previously on this channel, I've kind of separated all the various aspects of my life into different videos, but I feel like this week I just have so much that I just don't want to do that anymore. So I don't know if going forward this is going to be the way things are, but I'm going to talk about a lot of shit. So I will try to remember to put timestamps down below, but I'm Jez and I might not do that, so we shall see. But I wanted to talk this week a little bit about my writing life, my knitting and crocheting life, my spinning life, my sewing life. That's right, I haven't really talked about that much on this channel yet, but there's a time and there's a place for everything. And then finally, I want to talk a little bit about some cross-stitching that I've been doing. Don't get too excited, it's not a whole lot. So if you're here for that sort of thing, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, whew, how is everyone? How are we doing? Are we okay? Are we drinking water? Maybe take a break, go to the bathroom, drink some water, drink some wine. I am sitting here drinking my daily beer. This is a Lunar Harvest Pumpkin Ale. And I've gotten in the habit of drinking beer daily this week because I ran out of LaCroix. Yes, I'm a basic, and yes, I drink LaCroix. Okay, okay. But I ran out, and now I'm like, I only have beer. So I'm drinking beer. But this one is nice. It's a pumpkin beer. I mean, they kind of all taste the same, truly. I'm not sick of pumpkin beer though. Not yet. Which is good. So anyway, let's continue. I'm going to talk a little bit about my writing. So, if you are in the writing world and you are a writer yourself or happen to know some writers, you might be aware there's a little something going on in the month of November called NaNoWriMo, which stands for National Novel Writing Month. And the purpose of NaNoWriMo, the real purpose is to get writers engaged and involved and have a community, and the secondary goal is to reach 50,000 words in a novel, right? But the caveat there is, like, you're not just supposed to hit 50,000 words, it's supposed to be a complete novel. Okay, you know, whatever. That's not how I do things. I have succeeded in that NaNoWriMo thing one time, and I was in college, so, like, let's not. I'm taking a different approach this year. If you've watched any of my vlogs from Vlogmas, not Vlogmas, Vlogtober, I mentioned this there, but I am taking a time-based approach to NaNoWriMo. because I'm a slow writer. I go at a, you know, at a snail's pace, basically. But. So just putting the time in for me is hard enough. And yeah, so my goal is time-based. My goal for NaNoWriMo is 48 hours of novel work on my folk horror slash fantasy. I don't know, I feel like the way I'm writing it feels fantasy, but I haven't quite gotten to the horror yet, and I'm not a horror writer. Not really. I mean, actually, this is funny. The one time I did succeed at NaNoWriMo, it was kind of a horror. It was kind of a psychological, I'm trying to like figure out what genre it was. I'm bad at this. It was kind of serial killer-y. My main character was a yeah, she murdered people. Anyway, that's horror, right? Yeah. So that was the one time I did succeed in 50,000 words for NaNoWriMo. That was a few years ago, and I have never succeeded since. Nor did I succeed before. Anyway, enough about that. It is this story is a folk horror along the lines of a Midsummer. I'm also heavily influenced by the film Mandy. Have you seen it? It's so good. And also The Ritual. So just to give you an idea of kind of the mood that I'm hoping to achieve here. So since my goal is time-based, I am not counting my words, but I have about 6 pages handwritten in my little book here. And that's it. So yeah, you can see how slow I write. But also, I feel like it's going even more slowly because I've given myself that grace and that permission to go slowly if I feel like I need to. And right now, I feel like I need to. So total, I hope to have 48 hours for the month of November of writing time. Now, writing time can be reading and researching. Writing time can be sitting at the table, twiddling my thumbs, but like not actually writing anything down. Because part of writing is thinking, and part of writing is planning, and part of writing is researching. So those are all things that need to get done. I'm counting them. And actually, I might count reading, like if I read a novel that is a folk horror, I just might count that toward my NaNoWriMo. Try to stop me. Okay. So that's my NaNoWriMo. Oh, no, one more thing. My goal was 48 hours, right? And let's just say I am not on track for that. Big surprise. I'm trying to get my book out here where I have a little chart drawn up. So I have my time tracker. This is my target line. Okay. Planned out for each day. And these little dots are where I am. So at the end of today, I was supposed to be at like 15 or 16. Where am I? The 8th? I was supposed to be at 15 hours by the end of today. And I am at 4 hours total for the month. You know, it's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. We'll all be fine. In other writing related jibber jabber, I don't know if it's the weather getting cooler and cozier, coupled with my birthday approaching next month, but I'm feeling a real pull toward journaling. I journal all year. I have a daily journal. It is a hobonichi that I write a little bit down each day. I also have a tarot journal if I remember to draw a card of the day, and I, you know, write down my thoughts in that as well. But I actually feel like I want to do a little more. And so I found this threefold human calendar. And this is created by, I believe her name's Annie Haas, Haas. But I found her on Instagram, and her Instagram handle is "The Child is the Curriculum." So she's a Waldorfy person, like I am. And this is just really cool. So it starts in August, because this is meant for people who homeschool, but it works for anyone, and you fill this in. It's undated. And then you have your days, and this is meant to be where you put like your planning stuff. This is what you're thinking about, and this is what you're feeling. And the idea with the feeling side is you're supposed to be doing a doodle or something to just kind of like, you know, it's very artsy, it's very woo-woo, you know, it's my kind of thing. I love it. So I got this, and I decided I wanted to use it. I am focusing it on motherhood and homeschooling, because I've been having some mom guilt, and I don't want to bring that to my classroom with my kids, you know. So I got some baggage, you know. I need to work on some of the shadowy stuff that I have, right? So I've only done a few pages in here, but I'll kind of show what I did. I did this page. I'll show my artwork. That, and then another day I did, this one was today's. I don't know. I mean, you know, who cares, right? But it's kind of nice. This was from lulu.com, and I've ordered planners from lulu.com before, and I wasn't super impressed, so I was worried, because I love to use fountain pens. That's like one of my hobbies, is collecting fountain pens, and I like using them. And the other planner that I got through Lulu, fountain pens bled like crazy. And so I was really nervous that this wouldn't be good for that. But both of those pages I wrote with fountain pen, and it was fine. And I used very juicy inks and juicy pens. So, but yeah, if this looks like something that would be helpful for you, you know, the whole idea between the thinking, willing, and feeling is just, you know, we sometimes focus on one of those things and forget about the others. And they all need to be balanced and they all affect each other, you know, and you can kind of, in doing this, figure your shit out, all right? That's what I'm getting at here. Work yourself out. Sort yourself out. Okay. So, I really have been enjoying that the 2 entries that I've done. Will I keep it up? Let's hope I do. Yeah, So I think that's all for writing related things. I hope that wasn't too rambly, and I hope that, you know, if you're doing NaNoWriMo also, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear about your projects and your progress. Okay, so knitting and crochet. I've been a busy little bee. Last week I showed the vanilla sock that I have been working on in the Hippo for Thanksgiving colorway by Lolo Did It. And look! I finished the first sock of the pair. Love it! And I have started the second sock. What? So here we are. Sock number 2 is started. I did 20 rounds of ribbing on the first sock, and then I started the ribbing for the second sock and hated former me for doing so many rows of 1x1 twisted ribbing. But the effect is really nice, and future me will be okay with it, but present me, or, you know, I wasn't appreciating it while I was working on this, but whatever, I'm done, it's fine. Now it's all just stockinette. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm knitting it on my signature 2.25 millimeter DP ends. Not sure if that's focusing or not, but whatever. You get the idea. I'm not a hand model. That is not what you're here for. So that's exciting. It's an afterthought. I did an afterthought heel and just a normal like wedge toe. Pretty basic, but I love it. So that's a hoe from this week. Let's see, what else? The Day Date Cardigan by Make and Do Crew. This is a crochet cardigan, and it is a hexagonal thing, of which I have finished one side. So this is one side of the body over here. It's going to be very frumpy and oversized. And now I am almost done with the second side. So that'll be on this side. And my stripes are not the same because I didn't want them to be. I'm just kind of going for a scrappy-doo look. But yeah, so the colors that I'm using, this one here is a yak and silk blend that I dyed. And I am positive these colors are not accurate, but it's kind of later in the day, so we don't have a lot of light. This one here is the same yak and silk dyed in a different color by me. And then this here is a Dream in Color Sparkly. This is Cascade 220 Superwash Sport. This is another color of that yak and silk dyed by me. Yeah, so most of this yarn is yak and silk dyed by me. Can I say it again? Yak and silk dyed by me. And it feels so good. This is an ugly sweater, okay? And that's kind of the point. No, okay, so the sweater's not ugly, okay? Make and Do Crew I don't know her name, but she did a lovely job, and her version is very, very nice and very classy. Mine is very bag lady, but that's okay. That's how I roll. And I'm just gonna shove it in this bag. Oh, it's being stitched with a size G hook, which I don't have over here to show you guys, but yeah. Okay, so other projects that I've been working on, such as the Weekender sweater and my hand spun sweater and my West Knits mystery knit along. I'm trying to think what else I showed in the last episode. Anyway, those things have not seen significant progress, so I did not pull those out to show today. However, the reason is that I started 3 new sweaters. 3. So along with NaNoWriMo, November is Nanny Swaymo, which is National Knit a Sweater in a Month. And I just couldn't decide what to do, so I did everything. I don't know, I did everything. But the first one, we'll start with number 1. First one is a knitted sweater. Oh, don't look at that. Whoops. It is the Sinister Catdigan. How cute is that? I love it. That's adorable. Don't get too excited though, because mine is not a catdigan. Who designed this? Oh shoot. Why is her name not on here? I'll have to make sure I put a thing with the designer's name because I don't see it on here. Anyway, I played a little bit of yarn chicken with my yoke color and I lost. I got to, you know, maybe a few rows before the color work is supposed to start. And where the color work starts, you are still using this color for like 6 rounds. And I didn't have it. So I pulled out the chart and tried to figure out a way that I could just make this work without having to undo all of my progress. And I came up with a plan that I would just do a really simple checkerboard kind of pattern, which I have started here. So my stitches are pretty cramped on this needle, but here we go. You can see barely started my little checkerboard there. And I'll show my yarns. So these yarns are Elemental Effects Cormo. They're fingering weight. And these are what I'm using for the color work section. Now this blue color, or teal, is Brooklyn Tweed Loft, I think. It's a very spongy, springy yarn. And I used this for a gnome that I knit for Grant last year. And I had quite a bit left over, and I just, oh, I wanted it to be enough, but it's not enough. So there you go. Started the color work with these colors, and then the lower body part, so this part and the sleeves, is going to be the same Elemental Effects, super bright, like, it's called cerise. is the color name. And that's what the label looks like on there. Fingering, that's upside down. So, Cormo. There you go. So, lots of fun colors happening here. I'm a little sad that I won't have cats, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll knit the catdigan in the future and make sure I have enough yarn that time. But I probably won't, honestly. Even though I like it. I don't even have cats, so that's that project. So that's quite a bit of knitting to have accomplished in a week. Or maybe it's almost 2 weeks, I think, since I last podcasted. But yeah, that's significant, I think, for that amount of time. Maybe I'll succeed at Nanny Swaymo. And if not with that one, surely I will succeed with one of the next 2 sweaters. So sweater number 2 is the Candelaria sweater. Who is this by? By Nomad Stitches. And I'm knitting the 3rd size, which is the medium, which is 107 centimeter bust. And it doesn't say what that is in inches, but I don't know. It's gonna have quite a bit of positive ease. And I am using my Furls black and gold crochet hook in a size E. And the yarn is Knit Picks Preciosa, I can never say this. Knit Picks Preciosa in the canary color. I've had this yarn in my stash forever. And this I have worked to the sleeve separation and I love it. It's so cute and so soft in this yarn. Very excite, very excite. Not sure what else to say. Oh, I bumbled around and my stitch counts do not match the patterns, and I'm sure that's because I am not an expert crocheter. But I had to make some adjustments to the lace placement because when I did what the pattern told me to do, my stitch counts weren't right, and I had to make things fit. And I decided to just make things fit rather than attempt to frog back, because I just don't want to frog back. I'm not in that place right now, okay? I'm not in that place where I want to frog, okay? I'm making do, okay? I'm just make it work. Anyway, this is mostly double crochet, so, and at this point, all the lace is done. There's a little bit of lace on there's pockets, and those get a little bit of lace, but the rest of the actual sweater is just double crochet. Pretty easy. And that's living in a cute little basket, because I'm twee. Okay. Sweater number 3, New Start, is living in an adorable new bag from Erica Schmerica. Look how cute it is. Look at these bats. Who would not love this bag? Look at this. That was an impulse purchase on my part. Sorry, not sorry. I am knitting the Metropolis cardigan. Oh, I don't have the pattern with me. Oh shoot, to show it. But anyway, it's another crochet sweater. It has a lacy yoke. And the example sweater is in a solid color, but I decided to use stash for this, and so I just picked out a bunch of stuff. Now this seems a little small to me. I don't know. I added a few extra stitches when I cast on for the underarms because I tried it on and it just seemed a little tight. So yeah, hopefully adding those stitches will make up for it. But it's a nice lace pattern, which I used a variegated yarn for. Usually I wouldn't do that, but I don't know. Damn the man, right? There you go. I don't know what else to say. It's very nice. The textured stitch is quite fun. It's just, I don't know what it's called, but it's just a double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and then on the other row, or the returning row, it's, you know, the opposite, single crochet, double crochet, so that you're always double crocheting into a single crochet and vice versa. So, yay, it's so fun. Yarns are Knit Picks Gloss in the Velveteen colorway. This is Dream in Color, I think Classy, and I don't remember the colorway. And then this variegated that I used for the lace is Legacy Fiber Arts. This was one of their mystery colorways that they did for Game of Thrones. And it is Dragon Eggs is the name of the color. And it's a cashmere. So it's super soft. Yay. But I thought they all complemented each other nicely and, you know, whatever. I actually think I will knit. I think I will crochet this again. I might choose to go up a hook size. I might choose to go up a hook size, or go up a size in the pattern itself, and use a tonal one color for the whole thing so that you can get the effect of the lace a little bit more. But I like it. Very fun, very fun. So that's a lot of sweater yokes that I finished this week. Well, 2 and almost done with a 3rd. And for me, that's the best part of a sweater. And then after that part, I struggle. Let's see. I have a little bit more to talk about in the yarn department. My advent calendar arrived from Legacy Fiber Arts. The same, I just had, you know, their cashmere in my sweater there. I really like Sue from Legacy Fiber Arts. And they had some calendars that they listed after they had already sold out, I think. And I got really excited and just like, gimme, gimme, gimme. And so it arrived really quickly and it's up in my closet waiting to be opened on November 1st. But along with my advent calendar, I decided I couldn't wait to have something to look at. So, excuse the crinkling, I picked up this sock kit. This is the Bernard sock kit on the steel toes, 4-ply fingering weight, 75/25 superwash merino.
from Legacy Fiber Arts. And this was listed as a holiday colorway. I don't know what it's in reference to, so if anyone happens to know, I mean, I guess I could probably send her a message and see if she responds, but I don't know who Bernard is. Who's Bernard? And why is he Christmassy? I don't know, because this isn't super Christmassy. Like, it's like blue and purple and pink and like fuchsia, so I don't know. It's not super Christmassy to me, but I love it. And when I finish my Hippo for Thanksgiving socks that I am, that I showed earlier, I think I'm gonna cast this on. Even though I have lots of other socks I could be working on. I got another one. So, Legacy Fiber Arts, Woodland Shenanigans, Steel Toes, 4-ply fingering weight, 75/25 superwash merino nylon. I couldn't resist this. I love it. I don't know what this will be, but it'll be something. Don't you love haul? I love haul. Okay, so that is all for my knitting and crocheting. Let's move on to a quick talk about my spinning. Oh, I'm sorry if you can hear yelling in the other room. My family is corralled in a bedroom and the boys are bickering a little bit. So I hope you're not hearing that, but if you are, life with children, whatever, it is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna talk very briefly about my spinning that I have made some progress on. Okay, so last episode I showed a alpaca roving that I had dyed. It was about 11.5 ounces. It was given to me by a woman who was teaching me ballet for a short period of time, who happens to also have alpacas, and she has them as pets, not as fiber producers, and she does not knit or crochet or spin or anything. And so this fiber had a lot of guard hair in it and a lot of veg matter, but I'm fine with that. So I had this fiber, I dyed it up, and it has been plied. This isn't all of the fiber, but I only have 3 bobbins, so I filled up 2 bobbins with singles and then had to use my 3rd bobbin to continue. So I had to ply, and I decided to do a chain ply. This lower one seems to be a little thicker than this one. I'd say this one is a sport to a worsted, and this lower one is more of a worsted to Aran bulky. But this one I did first and this one I did second, so I'm thinking going forward it'll probably end up more like this, because as I get familiar with a fiber, I tend to get finer, even though I tried really hard not to do that. Yeah, I tried, but I failed. It's fine. What else to say? I have quite a bit more fiber left. I'll probably get 3 or 4 more skeins like this. Yeah, it's nice. And the color, I don't know how true that color is, but It's very squishy. Anyway, that's all my spinning. Oh, I should say this is a Z-plied yarn, which is best used, excuse me, which is best used for crochet rather than knitting. So the intention is to crochet something with this, but I don't know what yet. I'll let the yarn tell me when it's done. We'll see how much I have, and we'll go forward from there. So, okay. Let's move on to a very quick, another very quick segment where I talk about my sewing. Okay, so living here in this little container is a new English paper piecing project that I decided I needed to do. Excuse me. Do you love it? This is a tumbling blocks style, not quilt. This isn't going to be a quilt. That wasn't my intention. I had this idea that I wanted to make the Wixton Howdy, which is a boxy, oversized jacket. And I just got it in my head that I wanted a quilted version of that. And not only that, I wanted to do it by hand. So here we are. I'm not sure what these fabrics are or who, I want to say published. Who published these fabrics? Or who produced, maybe that's the right word, these fabrics, but I love them. There's these dopey little bears are just like, they have my heart. They're so cute. This is black and white, which is like a thing with me. I don't know if you know this, but like, I mean, today, look at me. Like, this is like, I love black and white. And then this fabric with this grid and these mushrooms. Oh my gosh. And I should also say, I love this because my NaNoWriMo novel, my main character's last name means bear, and mushrooms feature heavily in my story, so it also ties in. It ties in. It's exciting. So I have these all connected. Yeah, I can show you the back. I use a glue basting method. I have a little glue stick. And I wax my thread with this cute thing. It smells really good. I think I got it from Robot Mom Sews, I want to say. But yeah, it's so fun. I love English paper piecing. I have another little tumbling block that will go somewhere. Yeah, it's very cute. It's very cute. And this is bent because I'm trying to make it fit in this little box. But yeah, I have lots of pieces cut out here, ready to go. And it's fun. I love it. That's all my sewing. And finally, we reach the cross stitch segment. If you're still with me, thank you so much. I feel like I've been talking forever. But if I didn't do this all in one, I was never gonna get it done. Okay. So I don't have a ton to show, but I've been really wanting to get back into the cross stitch. And in October, I started this pattern. Excuse my, maybe I'll pull it out. This is Miss Mary Mac by Lottie Da. Here we go. And it has the little rhyme on there. And it's very cute. I love it. And you might have seen I'm using Classic Colorworks Balsam Fir as my color for this instead of black. And my progress is not super great. I just have a little bit done on the border. And I haven't decided if I'm going to complete the border. I'm not gonna do that. Nope, I decided right now that I'm not gonna complete the border. Yeah, and I'm using a Hardwick Manor hoop, but I don't have it tight right now because, you know, you're supposed to not leave things in the hoop, but I always do. This is a 28 count linen that I dyed with coffee myself. So, and look at this cute needle minder, the little cat girl picking her nose. I love it. So yep, that's just, you know, I kind of like this border because I kind of have it memorized and I don't need to look at the pattern at this point. I know that I've got a million of these to go, so I usually in one sitting, I'm not reaching the end, so I can just kind of look and read my own stitching to see what I need to do. And that is very nice when you have minimal bandwidth, as I often do. The next project I am working on is the never-ending All Creatures Great and Small that I started so long ago. Here's the, I don't know, it's kind of not a great picture. I don't even think it's focusing. Anyway, it's a large piece. It's on 40 count vintage country mocha linen from Zweigert. And it's 317 by 248 stitches. And I'm using the DMC called fors for this. This is so wrinkled. Oh my gosh. You'll have to excuse it. Excuse these wrinkles. I'm sorry. I'm trash. I'm garbage. This is why it looks like this, because I'm trash, okay? This is just how things are. So, wow, those wrinkles are even making it hard to see the design. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Here's what I'm gonna do. Does that help? Okay. I love it. I'm like, how many sections are there? There's 8 sections and a border. So I'm pretty far for, being a couple years in progress. Anyway, I love Barbara Anna designs. Just wanted to say that, okay? But the reason I really wanted to get back into the cross stitching is because I, again, am feeling that pull toward cozy things, and I don't know, cross stitching makes me feel cozy and nice, and hold on. It makes me feel cozy and nice, and last year I started a bunch of Christmas projects, which I have stowed away. I stowed them away soon after Christmas, and of course none of them got finished. I think I started like 4 or 5 Christmas stitches. And I just kind of want to get them out now. I don't know. So maybe next episode I will be showing some Christmas stitching. I hope so. I hope so. I really want to. I am like in the Christmas spirit, which is so funny. I saw a commercial for the Starbucks holiday mugs. And I'm like, I love me a holiday mug from Starbucks. I love me a gingerbread latte. I'm a basic. We've established this, okay? But I was at Target and I bought 4 holiday mugs from Target. One is a Santa Claus, one is a gingerbread man, one is a snowman, and one is a Christmas tree. There are 4 of us in this family, so it's perfect. But I posted a picture of me, you know, a little scene in my house on Instagram where I had my Santa mug. Oh my gosh. Heidi! Heidi! Shh. Dogs barking, as they do. Anyway, I posted this picture where I had my holiday mug sitting there, and my mom was like, "You need to put that mug away." And my response was, "Nope. I'm ready to put up a Christmas tree. I love Yule, okay? I love Yule. I love Halloween and Samhain. Those are my jam, but like the day those are over, I'm fine with it being Christmas. And you know what? I love Thanksgiving, okay? This is not an assault on Thanksgiving. The war on Thanksgiving is not something I recognize in this home. We're gonna go all out on Thanksgiving, but November 1st to Thanksgiving is still Christmas time. And then, then there's Thanksgiving, and then after that is Yule and Christmas time as well. So that's how we do. That's how we do in this house. Max isn't ready to let me decorate, but I don't think he has a choice, so okay. Well, I think that is quite enough. Take a deep breath, it's over. Y'all can go about your business. I hope you find some room in your life to be creative and to slow down and connect with yourself, with who you are, and let that permeate every aspect of your life, because it's so important to be creative. I feel like as humans, we are creative beings, every single one of us. You know, gosh, that's like, I really went Pollyanna there at the end. We're all special. Anyway, I should end this by saying love and light, right? That's where this is going. All right. I just don't know how to say goodbye. I don't know how to say goodbye. I love you all. Peace.